Hey everybody, and welcome back to my thoughts from Toontown. Bruce here again, as always. Now, another example when I was at ABC of how things just kind of, fall in your lap. I was assigned to work a Family Feud celebrity special. Right, they get the cast from various shows to compete on Family Feud, and I was given the males, the men of Dallas, as my group. So we had like a little, green room area where we were, set up to wait to go on to rehearse and blah, blah, blah. And these guys, it was a Sunday. And so they were watching football and drinking heavy. They were lit at both ends, no question. And of course, I'm in the room with them. And as conversations go, it turns out, oh, you're from Florida. Oh, Tampa Bay, they really suck. Yeah, they do, blah, blah, blah. And as it turned out, of course, it was the Rams playing the Buccaneers, I believe. So, there was all this, mail, we're going to kick your butt, blah, 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 all this stuff going back and forth. And it was just kind of stupid silliness. But in any case, that was going on, and I just did nothing. I just sat there, engaged with them as I needed to, and I watched them drink. Figured, it's not my call to stop them. Excuse me. But by the time they came to get us to go on to the rehearsal, these guys were really lit. And so when we got to the stage for the rehearsal, they really were bad. And the production team were very concerned. The production coordinators, talent coordinators, as to whether or not these guys were going to be able to actually even do it. Should we call in somebody else? Should we cancel this particular show? Whatever. And, I heard all this chatter going on. So they finished their rehearsal. The guys are totally clueless, Hagman and all those guys couldn't care less. And we get back to the little green room. And I tell them, I'm like, guys, I know you're having fun and this is kind of a lark, but those people take it serious and they think you guys are so drunk that you may not be able to do this. And they're like, what? They take this all very, personal, very, well, I mean, they're so full of crap, blah, 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 And I'm like, I'm just telling you now, you guys either get your act together, start figuring out how you actually play this game, and, lighten up on the liquor, maybe, chug down some coffee, do whatever, and turn this thing around. And, they were just, their response was really more one of, how dare they think that we can't do this, That was really their reaction. It didn't take much from me to get them going in that direction. I mean, they pretty much ran on that by themselves. But once they did, I mean, they were hell bent. I mean, they started figuring out how to play the game, what it was really about. They started watching, stuff on the VCR, recordings of past games so they could see what the deal was and realize what was happening, how you did this. So, there was trepidation on the part of the producers, but they decided, hey, what the heck, nothing from nothing, we're going to go for it. So when taping time came, they came to get them. We went to the stage, and when they called them out, they looked like they were just as sober as you could ever imagine. They were just dead on. They hit that stage, went to their little game stations, were funny, animated, on time, and they just kicked butt. I mean, they won their game hands down easy. Everybody was amazed, absolutely flabbergasted. Now, after the show, this was great. They were all, puffed up. We showed them, this was really cool. I was pleased, because, hey, my team won. What the heck? That was great. So, end of day, I go home. I get a call from the office. Says the talent coordinator with Goodson Todman called and said she wants you assigned to her every time they do a Family Feud celebrity special. So there you go. I mean, just the fact that I was not overawed by celebrities, the fact that I could interact with them, and the fact that I could just drop one or two words that got them back in the turn to play the game and do it right made all the difference in the world. So now every time a celebrity show came up, bingo, I was on it. And it later on, when things kind of went south in Hollywood, which I'll talk about later, that was the one thing that got me an interview at Goodson Todman for a job. It didn't pan out, but at least I got in for the interview. So, that was worth something. But that was a day I'll always remember because that was really funny and the way it all turned out. I thought those guys were just awesome. So, that's it for now. We'll catch you on the next side. Peace and hang 10.